What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things boxing. So let's get into this one. Last night, myself and some of my family and stuff went down to the BP Pulse Arena to watch the Sonny Edwards versus Galal Yafai fight. That was for the interim WBC flyweight title, and it was, they called it Bloodlines. Obviously, you got Sonny Edwards, he's got his brother Charlie Edwards, a bit older than him, and as we know, Galal Yafai, he's got his brothers Kal Yafai and Gamal Yafai as well. So yeah, this was a battle of fighting brothers, and it was one of those things where fantastic performance by Galal Yafai. From the first bell rung, he pretty much set the tone for the fight, and he was able to, going into it, I sort of, for me, my thinking going into it was I'd edge this to Sonny Edwards just based on the level of experience. He was able to go some good competitive rounds with Bam Rodriguez. He was able to be, in that fight, and we know Bam Rodriguez, very, very special fighter. Many have him on the pound for pound list somewhere. So you think, well, if he can go rounds with a guy like that, a special fighter, a guy that's head and shoulders above most other guys in and around that weight, then he probably has a bit too much on the experience side for Galal Yafai. But Galal Yafai, he proved myself and a lot of people wrong, because he just proved that he, okay, not much professional experience. That was only his ninth fight, but the amateur experience, gold medal and everything. And he just done the right thing in there. He did great tactics. From the first bell, he went straight in, stormed into Sonny Edwards, put the pressure on him from the first bell, and just let his hands go. And unlike some other Sonny Edwards opponents, Galal Yafai was very good at sort of cutting the ring off. He cut the ring off excellent, and he sort of had Sonny Edwards pinned down for lots of that first round, and he really did hurt him. And I mean, he came very, very close to putting Edwards down in that first round, and that was kind of the, don't get me wrong, I thought, yes, he would have his success, but I thought Sonny Edwards would probably be able to stay out of his way and maybe outbox him, but he didn't allow Sonny Edwards to get going at all. He just stuck it on Sonny Edwards and pressured him, and, was letting combinations go from the first bell. And because he kind of, from that first round, you could kind of see where the fight was going, because he literally he was able to get to him very quickly, fast start, and he was able to hurt him very quickly. And the thing with Galal Yafai is the engine was impeccable, because first round, Edwards, he does well to get out of the first round. Second round, again, more pressure from that southpaw stance, and Yafai's Edwards is trying, he's moving back, he's trying all the tricky boxing he does, he's switching his stances and everything from southpaw to orthodox, moving his head back, trying to lean out of the way of punches. But the thing is, Yafai is able to still cut that ring off and catch him, and when he's catching him with hard haymakers, very hard power shots. So and that just kept happening all the way through the fight. Edwards, I think it was around 3 or 4. Edwards had a round where he was, he was getting caught a bit, but then he was firing back. But you could tell that it was taking everything he had just to even be able to sort of fire back, because he was just getting hurt every time from Galal Yafai. And Yafai just kept pouring it on. Around the 4th, 5th, Edwards, he was still having his little moments, but you just knew that the writing was on the wall when you're watching this fight, because what Edwards was doing was able to just maybe for a matter of seconds keep Yafai off him. When he would throw a right hand and it would catch Yafai, but the problem was for Edwards that it would only momentarily make him stop, but then immediately, as soon as he's taken that shot, he's back throwing his own shots. And the engine on this guy Yafai was unbelievable. Just kept pouring it on, and the end came in round 6, where Sonny Edwards was bravely trying to fight back, but he just kept getting pinged and pinged and pinged and pinged and hit, and Yafai just was non-stop, absolutely non-stop, left hooks, right, every single punch in the book. And to Edwards' credit, he didn't go down in this fight, but you could just tell it was all on the wall. He was getting hurt, he was getting wobbled, he was all over the place, tottering about, and he would throw his punches back, but then it was just like he just kept getting hurt, and every punch Yafai was hitting him with was hurting him in that 6th round, and it was just pouring on, bang, 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 bang. It was almost like a kind of punch bag routine for Yafai, and the thing was, Yafai, he just didn't stop punching, just absolutely relentless, and he just kept bang, 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 winging away, winging away. Every shot's a haymaker, every shot's hurting Edwards. Edwards is teetering and tottering all over the place, and referee jumps in the 6th and stops it. So yeah, very good win for Galal Yafai, and I'm quite impressed with the way that he's been able to do it in a very short amount of fights. I mean, that's not a full world title that he's got. There's champions out there that he's going to have to be facing now. Now it's world level and up from there. And yeah, very impressive. Does it? He ain't even had 10 fights yet, and he's fighting one of the guys that was a former world champion, a guy that's only really lost to the best in Sonny Edwards, and that says a lot about the class of Galal Yafai, who I'm sure will go on to do big things and go on to win obviously a full world title. But yeah, it's going to be a good career. It's going to be, Galal Yafai is definitely someone that you want to be following in boxing. And yeah, impressive performance by him, and massive congratulations to him. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next. Let me know your thoughts on the fight in the comment section below. And until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.